Hey guys, so it's been a hot minute since I've done a proper update video, hasn't it? And for good reason. I've been busy. Well, busy in the sense of I'm tired as hell and I've been sleeping a lot more as of late, or at least napping a lot more as of late, so sleep schedule is kind of fucky-wucky at the moment. But here's the thing, folks. I'm kind of getting back into the swing of things, so again, the holidays are still kind of... Yeah, and this is only, what, the second week of January? But let me go ahead and kind of break down what's going on. So, what's going on right now is that I'm kind of in the middle of transitioning back into things, and I have plans to kind of focus on getting this room I'm in fully studio ready. This includes getting a few things, especially to cut down the echo in here, soundproofing foam to kind of put in certain places that are kind of reverberating off me, as well as getting some new stuff because, well, I plan to get another camera in the future because I do have a camera. I'm currently recording on my phone right now because this is the only thing that's actually somewhat viable because I haven't tested the new camera out yet. Yes, last year I got a new camera, and it's actually this right here, which is a unshowy high-definition video camera with a shotgun mic right here, but it's battery-powered. It's not working off of the actual, yeah. It's one of those things where, legitimately, I am over here kind of figuring stuff out as I go along. So it's a thing. Well, like that's a DVC, digital video camera, which is kind of funny, but the only issue I've got with this is that the battery that it came with kind of sucks. It's not holding power. Not even joking on that. It really doesn't hold power all that much. Which, yeah. I literally just charged this not even an hour ago, and the battery's almost dead. So, yeah. So that's one of those things, is getting new batteries for this, and then testing out. However, this is more or less going to be like my, hey, I'm out in the field type mic. It's going to be my camera that basically is I'm out there type deal. In reality, I am actually looking at an actual camera that is basically kind of like this, but a little more compact. Again, I'm going to be basically looking at stuff in the future. Speaking of which, on the topic of cameras, I am looking at a thumb camera. Now, yes, I have been using, of course, the Helmet Camera 4K helmet camera, which legitimately I do like this. I did have the 1080, but that's now with Shamrock, who is a friend of Max Airsoft, aka Matt. Love you, dude. I hope that camera actually works out for your friend. And yeah, I am going to be using this still, but I am also wanting to check out other more affordable cameras. The thumb camera is actually not that expensive. It's literally this right here, and it's literally like every other thumb camera of that design that you see on Amazon, which is kind of cool in my opinion. But that's not what you're here for. You're also here wondering, what else am I doing in the background? Well, in the background, I'm also doing a lot more stuff, including setting up for a collaboration review with my friend Wolfman from basically the Juggernaut. He's the Juggernaut you guys have seen in many gameplay videos. He's a big dude. He's a cool dude. He's a nerd like me, and his sister is actually an author. Shameless plug here. Now, I'm going to be doing a collaboration review with him because he actually fixed an Elite Force product that is pretty fucking expensive, but had a shit internal. Probably wondering what that is. Well, I kind of showed it off in the last review. It's the iTrace AK, but the AK got an upgrade. What is that upgrade, you ask? Well, it's basically what happens when a redneck doesn't want to spend the price on wooks and decides to make wooks at home. And, yeah, this is going to be, it's going to be a fun review. I haven't decided on the stock yet, if I want to leave this green or if I'm going to basically take this and replace it with another stock that's also going to get wood painted, so, one of those things, you know? But yes, the iTrace AK is going to basically be one of the reviews I'm going to be working on, as well as a few other guns, which I might as well go ahead and talk about now. Starting off with pistols, which, again, you know, the AK wasn't an obvious thing. Anyway, pistols. On the docket, I have, of course, a HK-45 right here, non-blowback, that I won at Atomic Cell. Thank God I have extra magazines for this, so I should be able to run it somewhat fairly good. And then, of course, on the other side, for the Cyberpunk feel, which I got at Blackwater Marsh for a very, very good price, is, of course, the HK 9, which I have decided to basically chrome up a little bit to kind of fit my flavor and style. I really do like this. I legitimately, yeah. Only got 3 magazines for this bad boy, so I'm gonna make them count. Don't know how to feel about that trigger pull. Really don't know how to feel about that trigger pull. Just really don't know. I really don't. But there's still more pistols to talk about. One of many in my ever-growing collection of 1911s is, of course, the Wind Gun. Oh, good lord. It's a half blowback 1911. The magazine does not engage the slide release. It is CO2. And, yeah, I'm kind of curious what the FPS is going to be on this bad boy. So we will be testing it out at Sector 9. And if it's too hot for that, well, no worries. We'll at least see how it does as a competition type gun. And whether or not it'd be good for just basic target shooting. It has a double action, meaning it's not a 45, it's actually a 9mm, even though the thing is just Resident Evil logic. Resident Evil logic when it has a trigger like this. Okay, moving on to the next pistol. Another gun in the collection, which, before I get to this one, the other gun I have in the, currently in the review docket is actually a Novrich High Kappa, which is currently at my friend Jay Fresh's. He's currently messing around with that stuff, so it's just one of those things. Either way, though, another one I have in my collection, pre-owned once again, is of course a Sig Sauer M18. Do not worry, I do not have it currently primed or have a round in the chamber, so I shouldn't worry about it going off and, well, giving me a Darwin Award, basically. But the issue that this does have is something that apparently has either been fixed or hasn't been fixed, been flip-flop, is the fact that this thing now fires primarily in full auto. The reason for this is because apparently the catch in the hammer assembly is worn down to the point where it's not catching it when it fires. It will lock, of course, into the set position to fire. Oh, let me set up the safety here. But let's listen carefully. It's slow, slow, slow. I'll be goddamned. I don't know what I did, but apparently I fixed it somehow. Nope, there it goes. So if it finally racks, it automatically goes into, yeah, full auto mode. But that is the issue with it. But hey, you know, I've always wanted machine pistols, so why not a Sig Sauer that just automatically broke itself, so it's a frickin' NFA item. Why not? But yeah, this is from my friend AJ. I actually traded a Glock for it, so you know what? Or he actually gave it to me, I think, as a birthday, as a Christmas gift. I'm not 100% sure, but tis what it is. I can fix this, thankfully enough, because apparently this is compatible with certain things, but you know what? Why would I want to? I just want to kind of show the fact that, hey, this is what you're going to get if you try to actually use this thing. So, moving on to the next gun, which is one I'm actually happy for. That being, of course, a big iron. Now, this is not mine. This is actually Beth's. It's a limited edition. She won this at Blackwater Marsh, and I have basically told her, do not frickin' sell or trade this because they no longer make these. This is an Elite Force Smoke Wagon, limited edition. Very, very few have been made. And, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of fun, actually, kind of talking about it. Whether or not I have my own little special, like, hey, I'm actually gonna do a Western style, loadout for it, I have yet to decide, but yeah, this is basically on the review docket. Moving on. Now we get to the fun part. The stuff that's behind me. Specifically on my bed. So, once again, more stuff that's like, hey, what guns do I have that I gotta review? So, let's just go ahead and go with a sniper rifle. That's technically not mine, it's Beth's, but we'll get to that in a minute. That being an AGM M700. This little bad boy here, sadly, she wants upgrades, so we're basically going to be replacing the plastic parts that's in here with metal parts. It needs a new magazine that sadly has the feed, the stopper that basically stops the BBs from going out the damn magazine. It's currently cracked, and we both agree we're not exactly safe with the idea of it basically feeding anything, so you got to get more magazines for this. And yeah, she wants this upgrade with metal parts, and honestly, I don't blame her. Don't like the Steyr bolt, honestly. I want to get her like an actual Remington bolt instead of the Steyr right here that it has. Which, yeah, tis what it is. We're gonna move on to the next rifle. Another Shamrock trade, this one of course being the XM8. Not the tactical tuna like the FN 2000, but one I remember fondly from Ghost Recon back on the PS2 and Xbox days. This thing here is the more upgraded version. It's the more modern version that we see with the Malaysians, and honestly, I can't wait to actually try her out, I'll be honest, because, yeah, I kind of want to, and thankfully I have more HK36 magazines that this can use, thanks to my buddy, the Gas Man, and, yeah, this is on the review docket, which, whether or not I actually make a Ghost Recon, classic Ghost Recon, mind you, loadout to kind of go with this, I don't know. Or maybe I'll go with a Call of Duty Black Ops, considering that this was the gun from Call of Duty Black Ops 2 that you do see in the cover art and all the other stuff. So, you know, I haven't decided yet. I'm still figuring it out. I like having loadouts around the guns I'm reviewing. And, yeah. One of those things. Moving on. Next up is a heavy bitch, and that would be Beth's Scarl. This is the Scarl, or the Scar L, for those who don't want to do the meme of Carl. It comes, of course, with its attached M207, which I say that, and I know it has a name, but you know what? It's a freaking grenade launcher. Now, this thing is a heavy bitch, and I mean that in wholeheartedly. It's actually pretty heavy. I'm actually having... It's gonna be a... It will be a moment before I even consider, yeah, I'm going to just run around with a freaking grenade launcher like this. I'd rather have the other one, at least. That one was a little lighter versus this one, in my opinion. But, again, one of those things of, hey, it's a grenade launcher, and it's a front-heavy bitch. So, yeah. Grenade launcher will probably not be reviewed when I review this gun, but it will definitely be, something. Moving on. Next up is one I actually traded for the HPA because fuck that shit, I am not wanting to deal with it. So, yeah, this one of course is the Double Eagle UTR-45. It is a submachine gun. It has all the bells and whistles. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact of the magazine issue. Because you automatically assume that it's Double Eagle, which means it should be able to use the Double Eagle UMP-45 magazines, you'd be wrong. You should be able to assume, oh, it could use the Umarex UMP-45 mags, right? Wrong again. It has its own proprietary magazine, which I think is the dumbest fucking thing in my life. If you're going to make something, make it actually mag-compatible with something else. God damn it. Anyway. Yeah, this one's on the review docket as well. I'm going to be checking it out. And you probably know this from games like, say, Delta Force. And, of course, others. So, yeah, I will be talking about this and kind of showing, hey, tis what it is. I'm still going to set it up, work on it, all that are good. Happy jazz. Anyway. Moving on. There's something a little bit different, and that would be, of course, this, which I picked up at Atomic Cell, which, of course, is the AGM or UK Arms, or basically whatever companies Spring M1 carbine. This actually does have a hop-up, which is what made me want to grab it in the first place, and not just because it was a gas blowback event and I couldn't exactly use AEG, so I had to grab something that I could use as a frickin' primary at the event. But either way, though, this is actually a pretty cool little thing. It's one-to-one with an actual M1 carbine. It legitimately is fun. It has a 30-round magazine. I can actually buy more of these magazines off Amazon, and the actual prime of it is not bad, and I will probably do a takedown guide in the future with my friend Jay Fresh because, hey, we're both tankers and we actually want to see how things work, so we're definitely going to check this out and we're going to see how it all kind of comes into play. But yeah, this is on the review docket, so you may see me running around with this at Sector 9, so yeah, it should be interesting. I'll be honest, it should be interesting. Next up on the review docket, which actually is coming up, is of course the MP5 SD by Umarex USA in wood. This thing is actually coming up. This was by my friend, I got this from my friend Aaron after I trade a gas blowback for it, because honestly, if I'm getting a gas blowback, it's going to be a retro gun and one that fits my frickin' style, so, you know, 20 inches, M16, you know, something like that. And he actually made this to where semi-auto is actually 2-round burst, or 3-round burst, I believe, and full auto is full auto. I actually got a ton of MP5 magazines from the guy, but I am wanting to get the straight MP5 magazines off Amazon to basically complete the look. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun. And we have, of course, one more gun we're going to be talking about before I go into the future of the channel and future reviews that I want to talk about. Last but not least is, of course, my Dark Walnut Police Magnum M870. Before I even want to review this thing, I'm wanting to get some clamps for these two parts right here, just so, hey, you know, it's, yeah, you know, just to have a clamp there. The other thing is that this was another trade by Gemini, of course, and myself. And yeah, this is going to get kind of worked on because I want to get Remington rifle sights for this to turn into the full Police Magnum. Maybe get a heat, well, not a heat shield, no, that's the 870 I'm thinking of, but, or not the 870, the 590 I'm thinking of, the Mossberg has the heat shield. I'm not really, I don't remember if there are any, not going down that rabbit hole. Anyway, this is another one that's going to be in the reviews in the future, and honestly, I can't wait till I actually get this set up just right to where I can say, hey, I'm now happy with it, and I'm going to take it out, and we're going to have some fun with it. Because, like I said, a lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff I'm going to be doing with this bad boy. Especially the fact of the Dark Walnut turned a lot of heads and actually maybe my first commission gun, commission paint job at Sector 9, because some folks were looking at this and I was saying, hey, you want a Dark Walnut job? And they were like, yeah, we want a Dark Walnut job. But anyway, moving on to now, what do I have planned in the future? Future plans are actually a little different. Outside, of course, getting the shotgun behind me all nice and set up, and of course some future projects, I do have a couple of guns that I do want to get in to actually review. One of those is actually a double eagle, because now I have a 10-inch barrel. Not the same 10-inch barrel you see on that, or even, on this, which of course is my Noveski. I've got a 10.5-inch barrel that I'm basically going to be throwing onto another gun, which I am actually looking on Amazon, and that would be a double bell. Yes, I said double bell. And the reason for this is because if you look, when you see it, and you see the price tag, you understand exactly why I want to grab it. Kind of a big reason why I want to grab it, you know? Just hint, hint, you know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyway, the other one, of course, is going to be another one. It's actually a Lancer Tactical. It's their Gen 1. It's a commando, basically. And, again, a lot of fun stuff there. And a lot of others, including a CZ, an M9. Basically, there's a lot of guns on my wish list that I am going to get in the future. Now, the other projects I have in the works is not only, of course, adding on to my Enclave loadout, which you remember very fondly, but also kind of adding on to a lot of other things, as well as more future guns and other such stuff. I'm also going to be doing more gaming content as well in the future, as soon as, you know, things kind of go into play and we actually start figuring stuff out, you know, kind of doing that sort of thing. The other is, of course, Merc is also wanting to do some gaming content, which actually legitimately is going to be fun there as well. He's wanting to do gaming content. And just more projects, including more audio reads, basically, of fan fictions that I have not only worked on, but also I've worked on with friends, or I've gotten permission from friends to basically read, to do more audio projects for. And outside of that, I also am working on a Milsim event, or at least, not a Milsim event, but a Fallout event with, of course, the guys from Sector 9, from Bushwookie, and of course from the BB Assassins. We're working on this in the background, and I may do update videos in the future, kind of talking about, hey, this is where we're at, here's what we got going on. I promise you, these are the update type deals. So, again, it's a lot of stuff in the works. But either way, though, like I said, I am wanting to kind of get more stuff in. I want to do more projects in, having a lot of fun with them, honestly. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, is what I'm trying to say. And I want to try, and I want to tell you guys all of it, but yeah. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. As always, I've been Alex, and this has been my rambling TED talk of what I got going on right now in the pipeline. I've got some gameplay I'm going to be editing after I upload this video. So yeah. Till next time, folks. Later.